Have you ever watched a show and thought, what would YouTube videos look like in this universe? Well, we're gonna find out by taking these popular TV shows and turning them into clickbait. Starting with The Walking Dead, because what else do you have to do in a zombie apocalypse? So Rick Grimes would probably title his first video, "I survived 7 days in a zombie apocalypse." I'll put this image of Rick on the left with a gray sky behind it, and I'm also gonna add the zombie in a blue hoodie before erasing the head and moving it. And after adding some motion blur, I'll add some depth to his neck to make it actually look like a neck. But I think the inside of the neck needs a grosser texture. And if you didn't notice, Rick's hair looks terrible. So to fix this, I'll cut out all the hair that has the background on it and then use blend if on a copy of it to just keep the hair. So this is what we have now. But if he really used this axe, then I think it would be a lot more bloody. And I guess we'll add some onto his outfit as well because, I mean, why not? I'll do the same for the zombie on the right, but this isn't enough blood. So let's add this with a motion blur. I'm kind of combining this Mr. Beast type thumbnail with a Tyler Blanchard thumbnail. So let's put day number 5 in the corner before adding a bunch of random particles around the background. I'll add some more blood and remove basically all of it except for the blood at the end to make it look like it's being sprayed back by the axe. But I'll use a camera raw filter to fix up the cutout of Rick and then just do the same thing with the zombie. Let's make the blood more saturated as well as the blue hoodie on the zombie because this is a thumbnail. Next, I'll color over Rick's shirt with a green color to make it stand out more as well. After I'm done with that, I'll go around the image with some curve adjustments. Now let's add some highlights to the zombie head and the outside of his hoodie and do the same for Rick. Finally, let's add a camera raw filter to bring it all together and color grade it. So this is what the video would look like. Let me know what you think about it, but let's move on to the next show, The Boys. And if Billy Butcher was a YouTuber, he would probably make expose videos about Homelander. So the title would be something like The Dark Truth About Homelander. I think that works pretty well, actually. So we'll start off with an American flag and add New York City in front of it. I'll remove the sky and make it bigger before playing around with the blending modes. Let's cut out Homelander. And when that looks good, I'll add him to the thumbnail. And since he's covering up the middle, I'll add some small effects to the right side of the city. The left side will be a little bit different, but more subtle. And I'm also gonna add a dusty-like texture to the right side with a paper-like texture and then some fire behind Homelander. Let's add a paper burn in the corner and use the pen tool to cut out the stuff behind it. I'll add a grungy texture for the left side and some blood on the right. Let's fix the image of Homelander using a camera raw filter and also make his suit a little bit more saturated. I'm also going to add a black outer glow before whitening up his teeth and add in some curve adjustment layers. I'll create a white square with a smaller square inside of it. Let's put a paper texture on it before adding a picture of Homelander and his son and draw a circle over him. I'll add some text before duplicating it for the left side, and for this one I'll add Stormfront and make the corners darker. Finally, let's add a camera raw filter to make it pop and bring it all together. So this is the dark truth about Homelander. Would this defeat Homelander?
No.
Okay, but he might get kind of mad though. The next show we're gonna turn into clickbait is Wednesday, because she literally tried killing the entire water polo team in the first 3 minutes of the show. Now that is a good prank. So let's title this video, "I pranked the water polo team," and then put "gone wrong" in parentheses, even though she knew exactly what she was doing. First, we'll add some grass and erase the top half. After that, I'll put in a nice blue sky and add some water. I'll fix the angle and add some cement on the outside to make it look more like a pool. Next, I'll brighten up the water and add an outer bevel. I also added some water polo players, but I deleted this later, so I'll just skip this part. The next thing we need to do is go around the cement with a grass brush to make it look more realistic. After cutting out and cleaning up this image of Wednesday, we'll add it to the thumbnail. I'm gonna cut out this lady's right arm and put that on the thumbnail. I also went back to the background and expanded the pool, but after that, I'll remove the white parts in this bag and place it on the thumbnail. Let's make the water in the bag more blue and actually make it look like it's in her hand. I'm also going to adjust the shape of the bag before adding some shadows onto the hand and arm. Let's use the camera raw filter to brighten up and fix the image of Wednesday. And after that, I fixed the skin color, shirt color, and brightened it up. Let's put a few piranhas in the bag before adding a slight blue color on top of them. I'll make a cutout on the fish at the waterline and make it look like it's poking out and remove that blue color. After that, I'll do that same thing with a different fish. Let's draw an arrow on the right side with a white stroke and a black outer glow. Now I'll go around Wednesday and add some highlights. Let's use Liquify to warp her face and make it look a little bit more devious, I guess. Finally, let's bring the entire image into the camera raw filter to make it complete. So this is the thumbnail. Now the final show I'm gonna turn clickbait is Breaking Bad. And something you see on YouTube a lot is stuff like this. So what if Walter White took this idea and made it about meth labs? So the title would obviously be $10 versus $10 million meth lab.
2 pounds next Friday and no production problems.
Can you handle 4 pounds?
Let's start off with a split thumbnail and add the RV meth lab on the left side and a placeholder for the right. I'll use a camera raw filter to fix up the RV image and replace the background on the right. Let's add some nice and expensive equipment on the right side to make this one look expensive. But one thing these thumbnails always do is make everything gold on the right side. So let's do that with the equipment that we added. I don't think everything should be gold, but I will use the pen tool to make the bars at the top gold. Let's add this image of Walter from the first season on the left. But if we're gonna be honest, this RV background, it doesn't really look good at all. But if you watch the show, then you also know that they had a meth lab in Jesse's basement.
Oh, no, I don't.
So I found this basement-like image, but we aren't done yet because I have to fix up this image of Walt and make his shirt more saturated. I'll brighten up his face and then take this picture of Walt and expand it. I don't know, okay, what even is this? And after finally getting something that does look good, I cut it out and added the image to the thumbnail and fixed up the colors. Let's add some highlights onto his head and everything else. Next, I'll add the $10 text and add a stroke on the left side. And this is where I did something kind of stupid. For some reason, when I was designing this, I made the text on the right say $10,000, but it's supposed to say 10 million, and I didn't even realize this until I finished the image.
You idiot. You're honestly an idiot. I don't know what's wrong with you.
So let's use generative fill to remove that text that I added and then add the right text. So here is Walter White's YouTube video. But the video's not over because we're gonna do a bonus design. And for this one, we're just gonna speed it up. so this is the thumbnail. Don't forget to subscribe and do something nice for someone today.